Hey everyone, hope you're having a good weekend. I wanted to talk about Trump's failure for his healthcare bill. More recently in the news, Paul Ryan came out and was talking about it and how the votes couldn't pass. And a lot of the speculation is, a lot of people are going to lose their health insurance over the long term, and prices, of course, are going to continue to go up, regardless whether Affordable Healthcare Act is in place or not. Um, what I found interesting though is the my live long and prosper stocks seem to be doing pretty well despite this. So it seems the more speculation there is, the more that the stock runs up on it. And now that there's no new change to it, it's as if it's going to continue on going. So if you look at the XOV, which is the ETF for this sector, on this 5 year chart, it had a good run up pretty much since after ACA was enacted, and then it went kind of stagnant for a while. A lot of this is through during the election time, through like the run up, and now that it's all over, you have pretty much around when the inauguration happened, it just started running up again. Now, I'm thinking it's going to just continue going up because the more that the healthcare is in the media, the more it's going to be affected. But in this particular case, they're trying to do more by the Republican standards of giving the healthcare companies better, or I should say, make able to make them have more money or make more money at the very least. And of course, like as far as the patients are concerned, they're just going to have to keep paying more and more prices, which is going to make more revenue. But I feel like this is definitely going to continue going upward, but I could be wrong. Like if this continues on and this healthcare bill is going to be difficult, which even Trump said, like, who thought healthcare would be difficult, which I think the world's reaction was everybody thought healthcare would be difficult. But like we're like the richest nation, but yet we don't give out healthcare. Where other nations, like 30 or 40 other countries that have like a much more affordable healthcare system and in some cases better. But we're the only like for-profit healthcare system, so I don't see that ever going away, at least not for a little bit. So I'm gonna continue investing in this. Also, another interesting thing in the news is they're rolling back regulations on data, like your personal information, which is kind of interesting because it's basically like anything you do on your phone, um, your computer, whatever you order on Amazon, your Netflix or whatever. They those companies that you're paying the service for, they could basically sell your information to someone else, and then they could throw ads at on or onto your phone, not like on the home screen or anything like that, but whenever you're web browsing or whatever, and it could be all stuff related to things you're interested in purchasing. So it's a invasion of privacy for one. That's a big thing, but I think it's a huge benefit to these companies because now they're going to be able to sell our information for profit. And I know that sounds a little counterintuitive, but at the end of the day, this is all about making profit. So AT&T, Verizon, like I don't know anyone that doesn't have either or of that service. At least where I'm at, everyone has AT&T or Verizon, which means all the internet searching they do, all the YouTube they do, all the my case, apps they do, all that information they could go, okay, I'm gonna sell his information to XYZ company, and that way they can throw ads on anytime he's like browsing for something, and they can try to make profit off of that. So kind of going away with our rights on that sense, but potential opportunity to make money in this wireless wonders ETF that I got going. Just mainly I'm seeing it with AT&T and Verizon though. I'm not sure outside of that what companies could do more with that money, but for sure like these companies dominate when it comes to data usage and stuff like that. They have a lot of information that we use on a daily basis as like customers. So if they just start selling that to like companies and stuff like that, like like I said, it's going to be a huge invasion, but I mean it's going to be a great opportunity for them to make more money, which is of course what they want. There's no denying that. So I'm interested to seeing how that plays out as well. But between healthcare and then this data privacy protections getting rolled back, and it did get voted, like it was like 50 to 48 or something like that. So this did get rolled back. There's not like speculation or anything like that. Like it already happened. So now it's just a matter of time of when it's gonna start really kicking in. So look out for that. You might start getting bombarded more on your home screen or when you're browsing or something like that with ads. But in the meantime, I'm gonna watch out for these couple things and see how they play out. I'm gonna continue with those ETFs. I'm gonna continue adding with them. I already added a little bit to a couple of them. I like I was saying in another video, whenever they're negative, like Wireless Wonders, I added a few bucks. Raw Earth added a few bucks, and Money Machines added a few bucks because they're all negative, and you see transaction pending on these. I'm gonna keep adding to these ETFs when they're negative. That way, so I can have an overall better gain in the long run. I stopped auto stashing as these were going up because I was auto stashing when these were up like 5, 6, 7%. I was buying at the all time highs, and since this is my buy and hold strategy, I want to buy low and sell high ultimately. But I'm gonna be holding on this one or these ETFs for a couple years. So in the meantime, I just have to adjust that to my strategy. And with that, I just wanted to kind of do an update on it. So look out for those changes. If you're invested in healthcare, there could be some changes with what your investments, and then some of your data stocks like AT&T, Verizon, and such as well. There could be some changes with that. So be on the lookout. If you have any questions or concerns, hit me up, give me a comment. I'll try to answer it. And as always, if you want to like and subscribe, help me out. I'll keep the channel going, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one.